Alright, let's dive into 2101 Adonis. It was discovered on February 12th, 1936 by Eugène Delporte, a Belgian astronomer, at the Royal Observatory of Belgium in Ucla. That's where it all starts, right?
It was one of the first near-Earth objects ever spotted. Specifically, it's part of the Apollo group, which means its orbit crosses Earth's path around the Sun. That alone makes it stand out. And get this, it was the second Apollo asteroid discovered after 1862 Apollo, which was found in 1932. So Adonis has a pioneering vibe going for it.
Definitely. The Apollo group connection is key because it ties into its classification as a potentially hazardous asteroid. Its Earth minimum orbit intersection distance is 1.74 million kilometers. That's about 0.0116 astronomical units or 4.5 lunar distances. Since it's over 150 meters in diameter, estimated at around 0.6 kilometers, it fits the criteria for being potentially hazardous. That's wild to think about, an object that size zipping close to us.
Its diameter is pegged between 520 and 600 meters, so it's not massive compared to some asteroids, but still big enough to matter. And that close approach thing is not just a one-time deal. It's projected to come within 30 gigameters of Earth 6 times this century. The closest pass is on February 7th, 2036, at 5.34 million kilometers. That's close enough to keep astronomers on their toes.
For sure. I love how its orbit is so eccentric. It's got an orbital eccentricity of 0.7642997, which means it's nowhere near circular. It's super stretched out. It swings as close as 0.44 astronomical units to the Sun and as far out as 3.31 astronomical units. That takes it from inside Venus's orbit to beyond Mars's. It completes one orbit every 937 days, or about 2.57 years. That wild path must make it tricky to track.
Oh, it was tricky, all right. After Delporte spotted it in 1936 during a close Earth approach, they only had 2 months of observations before it vanished. It became a lost asteroid because they couldn't pin down its orbit well enough. It wasn't until 1977, 41 years later, that Charles Koval rediscovered it, using mathematical predictions to hunt it down. That's some detective work.
Totally impressive. And that rediscovery ties into its name. It's called 2101 Adonis after the Greek mythology figure, the handsome vegetation god loved by Aphrodite and Persephone. Zeus decided he'd split his time, 1/3 with each goddess, 1/3 wherever he wanted. Naming it after Adonis feels fitting for something that's elusive yet captivating.
Yeah, the mythology angle adds flair. And there's more to its story. Some think it might be an extinct comet. Its orbit and behavior suggest it could have once had volatile materials that burn off, leaving just the rocky core we see now. There's even evidence it might be linked to meteor showers.
That's a cool theory. The comet idea gets backing from studies, like one in astronomy and astrophysics from 2003, showing its orbit intersects Earth's 4 times over a 13,000-year cycle of its perihelion argument. That could spawn those meteor showers. Plus, there's a tiny asteroid, 1995 CS, about 50 meters across, with a super similar orbit. Some say it might be a fragment of Adonis, part of the same meteoroid stream.
That's a neat connection. Its orbit has a semi-major axis of 1.87 astronomical unit and an inclination of 1.32 degrees. So it's almost flat to the ecliptic, just slightly tilted. And its absolute magnitude is 18.8, which tells us how bright it looks from Earth, pretty faint, meaning it's not easy to spot without good gear. We still don't know its rotation period, composition, spectral type, or exact shape, though. That's a mystery waiting to be solved.
True, there's a lot we don't know yet. It's been observed 123 times, with the last official sighting on June 9th, 2020, according to the IU Minor Planet Center. And it's not just Earth it gets close to, it swings near Venus and Mars, too. back in 1986, they even considered it for a 6 million kilometer flyby with the Vega 2 spacecraft after it passed Halley's Comet, but it didn't have enough fuel. Imagine what we could have learned.
Missed opportunity, for sure. Oh, and here's a fun fact. It popped up in fiction too. In her Jess Tinton book Explorers on the Moon, Captain Haddock gets stuck orbiting Adonis. The comic exaggerates it, showing it way closer than its real minimum distance of 1.74 million kilometers still. It's cool to see it in pop culture.
Love that tin nod. So, we got an asteroid that's a near-Earth object, potentially hazardous, possibly an extinct comet, tied to meteor showers and steeped in mythology. It's got a crazy orbit, a lost and found history, and keeps coming back to our neighborhood. What's next? Should we dig into its potential impact risk or its scientific value?
It's not a viable target for human exploration per the Knot study, but its close approaches, like the 10 predicted in coming decades, make it a prime candidate for radar or telescope studies. Its average orbit speed is 21.76 kilometers per second, and that elliptical path could teach us tons about near-Earth dynamics. Plus, if it's a dead comet, it's a window into solar system history. Your thoughts?
Studying it could reveal more about Apollo asteroids and extinct comets, especially since its physical properties, like those anomalous radar echoes from 1991, hint at a cometary past. It's a small piece of a big puzzle, and with its next close pass in 2036, we've got time to prep some serious observations. This thing's a goldmine for science.
It's like nature handed us a cosmic riddle.